What's going on, everybody? We back at it like a YouTube addict. Shout out all my supporters, shout out all my viewers, and shout out all the slimes in attendance. Today we got updates for y'all. And I'm also gonna break down why I believe Ceddy Nash was right about everything he said, and Pooh Shiesty being locked up the last couple of days. First, we gonna play this video of Ceddy Nash saying what he got to say, and then I'm gonna give my take at the end of why I believe he was absolutely right this whole time. So right here we got Ceddy Nash right here. Let's check him out. Street journalist Ceddy Nash reveals Pooh Shiesty been locked up for 3 days and Big 30 is on the run. Make sure we got the chat up. Where did the chat go? Gee whiz.
Dang, it muddies a line. There are certain things I can and can't do. I had the whole internet mad at me for not placing this nigga there. Why would I? The jury situation is the reason why this shit just happened. So let me walk y'all through Dallas a couple of months ago, right? Gucci Mane, his security, who happens to be an off-duty police officer. You keep an off-duty police officer as your goddamn security because retired cops, they literally can go through any state with a firearm. Let's get on some content. Pooh Shiesty been sitting in jail for the last 3 days, bro. And his girl. And was snatched his girl. Big 30 is on the run.
What's going on, Tracy? How you doing today, girl? Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's feeling good. Watch out for these bums in the chat for me. If you see them, get them out of here. Anyways, y'all heard what Ceddy Nash said, right? We also got this tweet right here from 50 Cent earlier. Everybody's like, what the heck is going on with this Pooh Shiesty case? Pooh Shiesty's dad, Lontrell D. Williams, mob boss, has been arrested after an FBI raid in Cordova today. This is allegedly linked to rumors of Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 robbing Gucci Mane. Now, this is something 50 Cent posted. He said, what the F is going on here? Now, I'm going to tell y'all why everybody's so confused, I believe, and why this hasn't been disclosed to the public yet. But first, we're going to read this. So, an hour ago, when I was about to make this video, they didn't even say this on the AI Google search. Not Google search, AI Google search for my fact checker. Now, an hour ago, they had one little line saying that Pooh Shiesty was taken from the halfway house and brought to federal custody. Now it looks like they got a whole article and they coming out with it. But let's read it. And also yesterday, they said the opposite of this. So why is the story changing? We're going to explain why after we read. Let's go. So after he was not arrested, well, yesterday they said he was not arrested. He's perfectly fine in the halfway house. Only person that I seen saying he was behind bars and something happened was Ceddy Nash. But anyways, now my fact checker. Now, shout out to Ceddy Nash. He's a good content creator. But what he said right there is not enough for me to tell everybody and confirm that this is what happened. But it's enough for me to go do the research and connect some dots. So now we got this saying on April 1st, 2026, federal agents executed search and arrest warrants at Cordova, Tennessee, home connected to rapper Pooh Shiesty, legal name Lontrell Williams Jr. and his family. By the following morning, both the rapper and his father, Lontrell Williams Sr., remember Pooh Shiesty's Jr., his dad's a senior, same exact name, like I was saying yesterday, had reportedly been taken into custody in connection with a federal criminal case. Now, they did not say nothing like this yesterday. Arrest details, Pooh Shiesty. Not even an hour ago, this case is so fresh, they wasn't even saying nothing like this. Pooh Shiesty, arrested by FBI in Dallas, Texas, where he had been staying at residential reentry facility, that's the halfway house, following his release from federal prison in October. His dad, Lontrell Williams Sr., he was arrested in Memphis, Tennessee during the coordinated law enforcement operation. Alright, y'all? Charges. Listen to this. Authorities have not yet publicly disclosed the charges or the nature of the investigation. Now, I believe exactly why. That's why this stuff is on the hush and hush. And, you know, nobody can get their story straight. Because this is still a pending federal investigation. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's been charged with anything yet. But let's keep reading. So the raid that happened yesterday, execution, FBI and Tennessee, the TBI agents arrived at the Pooh Shiesty's home, 6 a.m. Witnesses reported hearing loud booms, the flashbangs, and loud flashbang devices being used to enter the property. Thank you, Tracy, for the moderation. I know they can't handle you. So the evidence they collected, y'all. Agents were removing computer monitors and several brown paper bags of evidence after searching the home and vehicles in the garage for several hours. Like I said, they looking for something. Timing. The operation occurred just 10 days before the rapper's scheduled April 11, 2026 completion of supervised release. So like I told y'all yesterday, and almost half of everybody knew this, he was scheduled to stay in that halfway house till April 11th. But they're saying the operation occurred just 10 days before his release. The investigation, listen to this guys, remains active. So if this investigation still remains active and is still pending and it's federal, why the hell would we know about it? We wouldn't till after it happens, after they make their moves, just like the raid. And look what they're saying. And a press conference was scheduled for the afternoon of April 2nd to provide further details. So they're saying there's going to be a press conference, I guess, now on it. So, like, my opinion, like I was just saying, this whole thing is pending. They got no reason to come out and tell us anything yet. You know what I mean? I believe Ceddy Nash was probably right about everything. And he is behind bars. Like, he is under supervised, you know, probation until April 11th. He was in the halfway house, so they have every right to bring him back if they wanted to. Just no charges have been pressed yet. Now, let's bring it back to the Gucci Man issue. This whole case is strange and weird. And like I said, when the feds do something, you're not going to hear it or see it coming. Just like 3 weeks ago when everybody was saying Gucci got robbed, Pooh Shiesty, allegedly, Pooh Shiesty got raided, allegedly. And it was all a rumor. Content creators making videos. Very strange rumor. 3 weeks later, now you're telling me the feds actually hit him? Come on now, sounding a little coincidental. Now what I want to say about the Gucci thing, could it be possible also, maybe Gucci didn't even tell or say anything. Maybe he just got his insurance claim for his $1 million chain or whatever they took. That's a federal investigation right there. That's the feds coming in to investigate before you get that money back for that chain. So you best believe if that's what it's for, they're going to flip everything in the house where they think it's at. They're going to flip everything in the car where they believe it's at. And then when they find it, then they're going to charge you for having stolen property, receiving stolen property, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying 3 weeks ago there was this big rumor how Gucci Mane got robbed for his wedding ring allegedly and his chain. You can go check one of my last videos and you'll hear a little bit more information on that. They also said that Pooh Shiesty got arrested. Now, since we found out he wasn't arrested and he was a halfway house, everybody thought this was a rumor. But 3 weeks later, now he gets raided. Like I said, I believe they're so secretive about this because it's a pending federal investigation. So they have no reason to tell us if Big 30 is on the run, like Ceddy Nash said, and if Pooh Shiesty's locked up right now till the 11th, getting questioned or whatever. Now, before I go, I'll play this Ceddy Nash video one more time for those who just came in here or missed it. So this is what Ceddy Nash said, and I told Ceddy Nash 2 days ago. He said Pooh Shiesty's behind bars right now. I said, I checked my fact checker. I don't see that. He said, you'll see it soon. I just showed y'all what it said, right? I seen it. They telling me exactly that's what happened. Look. Pooh Shiesty arrested by the FBI in Dallas, Texas, where he had been staying at a residential halfway house. They're telling you he was arrested where he was staying. Following his release from federal prison in October. His dad was even arrested, just like 50 Cent posted. Charges. Authorities have not yet disclosed the charges or the nature of the investigation. Why is that? There's Gucci Mane right there. Now, like I said, one of my reasons or opinions, if it was for Gucci Mane getting an insurance claim, that's federal right there. That's going to be a federal investigation before he gets anything. So if he did allegedly really get robbed, that could be a reason why all this is on hush till they find the items. Listen to Ceddy Nash, his view on this. When did he post this?
Feds got it out for him right now. The house they hit, yeah, technically that's his house, but they just took his daddy down. And he had hella shit in there. The day and age of street bloggers and all of this shit and everything, it muddies a line. There are certain things I can and can't do. I had the whole internet mad at me for not placing this nigga there. Why would I? The jewelry situation is the reason why this shit just happened. So let me walk y'all through Dallas a couple of months ago, right? Gucci Mane, his security, who happens to be an off-duty police officer. You keep an off-duty police officer as your goddamn security because Retired cops, they literally can go through any state with firearm. Let's get on the content. Pooh Shiesty been sitting in jail for the last 3 days, bro. And his grill. It was snatched his grill. Big 30 is on the run. Fans got it out for him right now. The house they hit, yeah, technically that's his house, but they just took his daddy down.
Y'all heard it. Let's see what the comments are saying. Now, what y'all think? Especially AI, Google searches coming out and saying that now. Something strange is going on because, like I said, they're not sticking with the same story. Go watch my video yesterday on this situation and see what the Google search said. But Ceddy Nash was saying the same thing. Shout out to him. He's a good content creator. I didn't see the sources he's seen, so I can't confirm it just off that. But like I said, I will connect the dots, though. And they connecting. What's going on together? We break chains. How you doing today? Thank you, Tracy, for the mod. I appreciate it for helping out. So, yeah. So, at the end of the day, I'm going to be blunt. It's Pooh Shiesty, back in federal custody, being interrogated and questioned, allegedly, for taking something off of Gucci Man. Allegedly, I'm going to be blunt and put that out there. And since it might be an insurance claim, which is followed by a federal investigation, this is why they're not putting nothing out there yet. You know what I'm saying? So, they wouldn't put anything out there, like I said earlier, until they find the property, most likely. Or at least try to find it. Especially if this dude was masked up or who knows. You know? And then him just getting out of the feds, they're not trying to give him no wiggle room. What's going on together? We break chains. No, I haven't heard that yet. And I don't think Jay-Z is, I wouldn't doubt it, allegedly. But I don't think he's that stupid till it would come out on the internet and everybody would know he did it. If he did it, I don't think we would even know he did it. It would just happen. Makes sense? It sounds like a rumor being made to me. Let's check it. Let's test my fact checker. Did Jay-Z put hit on whack? There is no evidence to suggest that Jay-Z put a hit on Wack 100. Rumors of tension between the two typically stem from Wack 100's frequent public criticisms of Jay-Z and Roc Nation, rather than any credible threats of violence. Context of the rumors. Super Bowl disagreements. Wack 100 has often criticized Jay-Z's role in NFL Super Bowl halftime show selections. For instance, he famously claimed that Game told Jay-Z to S his D, leading to the game being excluded from the Super Bowl. Industry gatekeeping claims Wack 100 frequently uses his platform to label Jay-Z a gatekeeper, or to claim he has career-ending information on the mogul. Wack says that about everybody. Jay-Z's stance on the beef. In recent interviews from March 2026, that's recently, Jay-Z has publicly stated that modern rap beefs have gone too far, specifically citing the personal nature of conflicts like Kendrick Lamar versus Drake as a negative shift in the culture. There you go. Jay-Z too smooth. He's too smooth to incriminate himself. Yeah, it's good to see everybody in here. All my A1s from day one. Shout out, y'all. Everybody tuned in. Make sure y'all hit that sub button if you haven't hit it yet. We making that number go up. Also, try to talk in the chat, guys. Exclamation point, say. It should work.
Hello.
Bow! That's that new trendsetter stuff.
I am King Slime.
You gotta put an exclamation point and say in front of the word together.
Slime is the best.
Yeah. Look how I did it, y'all, and copy that. Nope, you're not doing it how I did it. Where's the say at? You gotta give it a command.
Like
It's a command. Say.
What up, Slime?
Yeah.
What up, Slime? What up, nigga?
Oh, shoot. I wanted to say nugga. Oh, shoot. This works if I got it set to when I'm outside IRL. Hold on, let me see. Check my level. It won't let us play games in here. No. Alright, gang, I'm out of here. We gonna lock this video in the books. Thank y'all all for the support. Hit that like button. Ah, I like that. I like that. Let's go. They added a new one now, too, where I can set it as people's voices. Like, I can have Homer Simpson saying it instead of that AI robot voice. I gotta do a little tweaking and all that. Pretty soon, I'm gonna be able to get... We need like 500 more watch hours, which
Play
ain't
the song
nothing.
real quick.
Which ain't nothing. We need 500 watch hours. And
See everyone later, Slimes.
I'll be able to get super chats, guys. I'll be able to get alerts. Well, I can get a member alerts. I mean, super chats and stuff like that. Right now, I can only get donations. She said, play the intro. Play the anthem. Shout out to the Together We Break Chains for this.
Yeah. TSWMG. In Slime we trust. Let's go.
Welcome to a time we trust. Yeah, you know the name. Nothing but the real urban news. We don't play no game. Open information change.
That floodlight ring.
If it ain't from the source, we gon' stand back flame.
Hey.
Put my brand on that.
Facts over rumors, yeah, we stand on
Me
that.
and my team.
TSWMG, we locked in tight. With the streets and the socials, yeah, we leave it right.
Eyes wide open, better tune in close, hoes.
If you blink and listen, we the ones who post.
All I ask is ears and
Give
your
you full
full
attention.
When I'm dealing loud,
Only truth
We mention.
welcome to a time we trust.
Where it's all facts on.
No cap in my rap, we done move on.
Dripping information.
Yeah, we stay on point.
If you're rocking with the real, then you found your joint.
Shout out on my slime scum.
Yeah, I see y'all strong.
TSWMG.
Yeah, the movement long.
The movement long.
Better bang that loud, or don't bang that out. We don't fake for the crowd. Put them snakes in the chat.
Let me see that way.
Real ones on the
Yeah, we built this lane.
If you can't see the vision, you out of focus. Family zoomed in clear. Yeah, we run the clan. Don't forget.
Like, share,
Subscribe.
tap in.
We just getting started. Yeah, let's begin.
In slime we trust.
We back. Hold on.
In slime we trust.
Remember the name.
TSWNG. In slime we trust.
Remember the name.
TSWNG. We trust.
Forever in the game.
Give me every in the game. It's all we trust. It's all we trust.
Woo!
TSWNG. It's all we trust.
Remember the name.
TSWNG.
Shout out together, we break chains for that. For that classic right there. For that legendary classic right there. And the Slime We Trust news, y'all already know what it is. Thank y'all all for the support. Let me lock this one in. I'll see y'all soon.